I may not live to see our glory, but I've seen wonders great and small, seen wonders great and small. Hey everyone, I'm back again. I hope I don't have to come back again, so let's try to make this an official comeback. Yes? Okay. Now this video is going to be about philosophy and how I fell in love with it, and how also I am developing some projects with it, and I am gonna share them with you. But first, an introduction and a story about how I got into philosophy. Without further ado, welcome to Ville. So Roman, as you may remember from high school experience, I wasn't the biggest fan of philosophy. I really didn't got into it, and I never felt like it was something that I would like to pursue, because it always felt like a weird subject, a non-necessary subject for life. But then at some point in my educational career, I realized, and we realized, that the philosophy that we were being told was actually not that much philosophy as it was history of philosophy. So they were telling us about these characters of philosophy like Aristotle and Plato, Socrates, and they were just trying to make us understand their history and their work, but not actually the work itself. They weren't encouraging us to talk about it or to think about it. They were just telling us that this was the thoughts. And that was it. I didn't really like philosophy until I got into college, and it was one of the most amazing experiences that I've had. At the beginning of the year, I found a paper that invited people to participate in a congress of philosophy. And I was very interested in it because it said that it was focused on education. And so I went into this first session, and I was surrounded by teachers that I had, like currently had given me classes, or teachers that I didn't know, but just older people, you know, not really old, but older than me, of course. And, well, some of them were really old. And I was there, sitting, and they all looked at me weird, like, what is this student doing here? This is a teachers only process. And we waited, sit down, until right on time, as usual, the doctor arrived. The doctor, which I will not mention by name because I don't know if he wants to be mentioned in a YouTube video, is a very great individual. He is actually the best professor that I've ever had. So good that he actually got me into philosophy so much that I am now doing this and going to do a lot of projects that you will know about and that you will see. And the thing is that this was true philosophy. This wasn't, when did Socrates live? No, we had those things, yes, as trivia. But the main thing that we focused on were the arguments, the ideas, the concepts, the thoughts that they had, everything that they have built and that we have continuously been thinking about ever since they wrote it back when Greece was the biggest empire ever. Millennia old thoughts. We still discuss them today, and they still hold relevance today. I was blown away by the thoughts. They were big, weird, complex, and very, very extremely and undebatably, although I did try to debate them, reasonable. It was fascinating. That first class, I not only exited with the biggest smile on my face that I had had that year, but also with the biggest headache on my head that I've had that year. It was just too much, too big, too important, too intelligent for me, and I loved it. So the course continued, and we continued to think about this, and I continued to be there blown away by the classes that the doctor gave. And then it ended, and then we had vacations, and then we came back next semester, and another one started. And in this one I was much more prepared. And I went in knowing what I was expecting, what I was going to get, and I was ready to make a fine job with the writing that we are expected to give. And of course, Robin, this is skipping a lot of knowledge time and a lot of learning that I am not explaining, but in the end I did manage to deliver a fine writing thing. And well, here it is. I have here the entire work that I did. Is a fine job. I was very glad about it. Oh, this is too. I was very happy about it. And I did it. It's actually very interesting. It's about YOLO. And, well, its philosophical implications. We gave a presentation in the university, and I was given a diploma and everything. And this was it. It was pretty formal, very amazing, very interesting. And I felt like I was part of a bigger thing, like a big university experience. I presented it and it was amazing. It was very well received and I liked it so much that I wanted to present it to you here in Victoryville. It's in English and Spanish, of course, and I will. That's what the next videos are going to be about, but also during this adventure, which was getting back to philosophy or starting in philosophy, I invited a friend of mine, which is called Benji. He decided to join me in this adventure of philosophy and he also loved it. And he also did a fine job and presented it in this official congress, which was really, really amazing. In the end, we realized that his job and my job were very intertwined. And he being my friend, one of my best friends, I decided that he should too have it here in Victoryville. So next video is going to be my work, after that is going to be Benji's work, and finally after that is going to be the final job that we both did in order to conclude these two ample works in philosophy and about YOLO. It's gonna be interesting. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, that's it. That was my story. Robin, thank you for coming back to the channel. We missed you. I miss me too, because we have to be back here. So it's good to be making videos again, and see you whenever I see you. Let it be soon.